is good. Beer is good. Beer is good. It's good.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this episode of The Beer Chasers. I'm Preston. Today we're joined by two very special guests. I have my wife, Sara, one of my best friends, Galatiani. How's it going?
It's going great. Good.
So today's going to be a pretty cool episode. It's going to be the CCBCB. That is the Cigar City Brewery coffee beers. What do we have?
First, we're going to start off with a Cubano Espresso, followed by the Caf Americano Double Stout.
Since both of you are new to the Beer Chaser audience, kind of explain where your beer experience lies.
I really didn't have very much experience up until a little over a year ago. Preston actually introduced me and started off slow because I kind of thought everything tasted the same, not much flavor, and he kind of showed me that, I started off with a creme brulee, which was a much
Southern Tier's creme brulee.
Yeah, and I saw that there could be coffee flavors. I'm big on coffee and things like that.
Yeah, she's a coffee lover, so I knew if I could find a beer that tastes like coffee, we could kind of get her in there.
So I didn't realize that beer didn't necessarily have to be just
American, Pilsner, lager.
Yeah.
Great.
And then great.
Sarah?
I'm kind of in the same boat time-wise as you. It's only been a little over a year. I really only liked lambics, and I thought every other beer tasted the same. I know that sounds horrible to say. Now I realized when Preston started getting into more craft beer, I realized that they do actually have a lot of different flavors and way more complex. And so now I'm just really excited to try. I feel like I'm as excited as you are to try new beers.
All right, sounds great. Well, my mouth's watering. You ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's drink some beer. Cubano Espresso is a brown ale brewed with heaping amounts of Cuban-style espresso beans, vanilla, and cocoa nibs. It has an ABV of 5.5%, an IBU of 25, an SRM of 30, Rate Beer rates it at 100, Beer Advocate rates it at 91, Untapped rates it at 4.0. Alright, so up first we have the Cubano Espresso. So I know you all haven't really gone through the rating system, so if you want to reserve judgment to the end, maybe just do a 1 to 10 overall. And if you have any points you want to jump in with, feel free.
Okay.
So we're going to go look at the appearance on the Cubano Espresso. So for a brown ale, it has a little bit of redness to it, not totally brown. Bubbles are nice. I think I would rate that, 3.5 on appearance. Doesn't look like anything super spectacular, but definitely a little above where it should be. We'll go with the smell. Yeah, so right off the bat, you definitely get that big hit of coffee. What do you think?
Yeah, you can definitely smell the espresso, which makes me very happy. That's instantly like what you're about to get. So
I agree.
Yeah, I smell a slight hint of vanilla. Maybe some vanilla beans or just kind of faint in there. You could smell this when I was pouring it, like from a couple feet away. It was very strong, very pungent.
Yes.
For the aroma, I will give this a 4.5. I think it's almost perfect. Any notes?
no, I definitely smell the
I agree with
espresso.
everything
Yeah.
you said. Yeah, it's
You can
straight
smell almost
espresso,
even a little bit of sweetness, like it's been
Mm-hmm.
caramelized like the espresso beans.
but it's pretty much just straight espresso. Like I feel like this should be roasting through the air from an espresso machine.
Right. All right, well, the best part, the taste. Cheers.
Cheers.
Whew, that's good. Big hit of coffee up front. There is a slight little bitterness with it, so you do get some of the coffee, you get a little bit of the bitterness. But man, finish coffee through and through.
Yeah.
Big hits of coffee.
For
Yeah.
sure.
It's a little more bitter than I think I'd like, but again, it is a brown ale, so it's not a stout, it's not a chocolate stout, so I think, brown ales aren't really typically sweet, so I think probably for style, it's right where it should be. For taste, I'll give it a 4.5 as well. Pretty damn good, almost perfect again. I think if it was just a little sweeter, I think if that bitterness was hidden a little more, I think I'd give this a 5. What do you think?
Again, it's a really good espresso, which, brown ales, it's not necessarily my thing. I'm big on stouts because stouts have such a coffee, but this actually is very impressive to me because I can really taste that espresso. So I would say based on the fact that I'm pretty, excited and impressed, I would give it let's say out of 10, I'd give it a 9 just because I'm really, and I don't rate highly normally any other beer but stout, so this, I think it's great and packs a good punch.
It really is. I'm not getting the bitterness, I guess, that you are. I think it's smooth. I'm not, cringing when I taste it or anything like that.
Yeah, maybe bitter is a bad word. It's definitely not like a hot bitterness, but there is kind of a, I don't call it acidic either, but there's definitely like a little bit of sourness that kind of comes with it. It's not just like this sweet coffee kind of taste. There is kind of
No, not sweet.
yeah. So for the mouthfeel, I think it's right where it needs to be for a brown ale. It's thinnish, approaching medium, nice amount of carbonation. It's not overcarbonated and undercarbonated. I'll give it a 4, a little above average. So I think overall that's going to put the Cubano Espresso somewhere in the 4.25, 4.5 range. Damn tasty coffee beer.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think overall on a scale of 1 to 10 in your experience with coffee beers? Where do you think this lands?
Yeah, I would literally give it like a 9 out of 10 just because I'm pretty impressed that it's a brown ale and that it's.
So you
I'm
think
with you on that. Yeah.
I think it's well balanced. I don't taste a lot of bitter. I taste some sweetness. I think it's really smooth. You could probably drink it and not even realize how much you're drinking. So
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, it should be, coming through the air from an espresso machine. It's just really good.
All right, so we got 2 9 out of 10s, a 4.5 out of 10. So I think we're all on board there at about a 90% for this beer. So there you go. That's a Cubano Espresso.
Caf Americano is a double stout brewed with coffee, cocoa nibs, and vanilla beans. The beer is stated to be viscous and chewy, with semi-sweet chocolate and soft vanilla nuances behind massive roast and a touch of smoke. It is an ABV of 10.6%, an IBU of 80, an SRM of 40, Rate Beer rates it at 99, Beer Advocate rates it at 99, Untappd rates it at 4.35.
All right, to finish the episode off, we have the Caf Americano Double Stout. Let's go ahead and look at the appearance. Motor oil black, very, very thick, very imperial double stout character. Had a beautiful looking brown head, amazing looking. Appearance, I will give this a 5 out of 5. Looks perfect. Doesn't get much better than that. Let's look at the, anything?
I mean, this is definitely you can't see through this at all.
Right.
Yeah.
No, nothing is coming through.
The head even is really brown. So
Yeah, I love that brown. All right, let's go with the smell. So I don't get a lot of the roasted kind of coffee, but I think off camera we were talking a little bit about this when we smelled it. I do get like a sweetness, kind of. I don't know if it's like a lactose sugar or the vanilla beans, but initially I smell like a lot of kind of sweetness. I mean, there's definitely coffee there, but it's not like as strong as the Cubano Espresso we just had. What do y'all
Not
think?
even close to that, no. But there is espresso.
Yeah.
It's there. And it's the sweetness, I guess, between the little bit of roastiness and the little bit of sweet, it's almost like a toasted or a marshmallow over a campfire, like toasted marshmallow.
Yeah, I can see that. Not smelling a lot of hops. I'm not smelling a lot of malts. So for this one, I will give it a 3.5. I think, it smells nice, probably better than, some, but nothing, blowing me away. Well, best part, the taste. Cheers.
Wow.
Interesting.
Not what I expected.
You get a lot more of the roast
smell.
on the taste than the smell
Yeah.
will lead on to.
Yeah. I'm getting straight bitter.
Yeah, I do taste the hops. And that's typical of the style. I think this is somewhere around like 80 IBUs. And that's a high IBU. I mean, there's IPAs that are that high. But because it is a double stout, the amount of sweetness is going to kind of balance it. But I do get that. But it is kind of a characteristic of this style that those hops are kind of there.
I'm not even tasting hops. I'm just tasting bitter. Like
What do you think?
right off the bat, but it doesn't last long. It's like it goes away.
I do taste the bitter right off the bat. Afterwards, you do kind of taste that like thickness, though.
Yeah.
With a little bit then of sweet at the end. I taste all the bitter up front, and then a little bit of that kind of thick still like there and
Yeah.
sweet.
It's supposed to have chocolate. Are you guys getting much chocolate out of it?
If I would have to pinpoint chocolate, I would say it's almost like an extremely dark chocolate if there is, because it's just really that thick.
I would agree. If it's the chocolate is just extremely bitter. That's I think where it's even coming from. The taste.
Well, I think on the taste, I'm going to rate it a 4. I think it's good. I think it's better than average. Definitely not blowing me away. It's not like a perfect 5 out of 5, but it's pretty nice. On the mouthfeel, it's thick. It's right where it needs to be. Coats the tongue nicely. Carbonated pretty well. So on the mouthfeel, I'll give it a 4.5. I'd say it's almost perfect. Any comments on that?
It's pretty thick. I feel like it goes away faster than I would expect. That.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, I agree. In the beginning, it kind of cuts right away, and then it just kind of.
You think it's just gonna be stuck in your mouth forever, and then it's just kind of like, what did I just drink? I don't taste anything.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah, very, very short-lived. So I think overall, that's going to put this beer somewhere in the 4 category. I think it's better than average. You know, is it super stellar? You know, yeah, I wouldn't say so. So on your scale of 1 to 10 overall, in your experience of this is a double imperial stout. It's also kind of a coffee stout. Where would you rate it?
I might go with a 7. I think it's not bad at all. I kind of feel like it should maybe not be as bitter and last a little bit longer.
Okay.
I would probably go maybe a little bit higher, like a 7.5, maybe even closer to 8, just because I really feel that it does in the beginning attempt to do that, like kind of code, and that it gives it to you. It just doesn't last as long. So I feel like it kind of it starts it
Like
off
a
that way.
tease.
Yeah, it starts it off. It just doesn't finish it.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a 7.5, 8, 7.5, 4. Sorry, 7, 4.5 out of 5. That is the Cafe Americano Double Stout. All right, so those tastings complete. That's going to wrap up this episode of the Beer Chasers. So we started with the Cubano Espresso.
So I think we all liked that. In the beginning, you could smell the espresso. It was great. You could taste it. It was definitely smooth. So
Yes.
Yeah, and then we had the Cafe Americano Double Stout.
We all agreed again that the smell was sweet. I thought it was more like a toasted marshmallow kind of smell. But then when you tasted it, it just kind of was really bitter and short-lived.
All right, so as far as beer chasing for the Cubano Espresso, how far would you guys go to get that one?
Well, considering we are always looking for something to do in the afternoon with the kids, I'd say a couple-hour drive for that would be kind of
a little fun field trip for the kids. I think they would love
Exactly.
it.
Mothers of the Year over here. So I definitely would travel a couple hours. I mean, it's in regular rotation now. I think it comes out every 2 or 3 months at Cigar City. So the fact that I can get it more regular now is pretty great. But if I couldn't, I would definitely drive 6-7 hours if somebody wanted to split the gas. Wouldn't be, flying, cross country for a beer festival just to get this one. How about the Cafe Americano? Are we beer chasing this one?
I think we'll go to the park instead.
Yeah.
On that note.
Yeah, definitely not a terrible beer, but nothing I would definitely beer chase for. And I'm not even sure if I'd pick this one up again now that I've had one.
Yeah,
No,
I agree
but
with that.
it's Cigar City, so you have to try it.
Indeed. Well, ladies, I appreciate your help. Thanks for the extra needed shot of estrogen here.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so hopefully we'll see you for some more episodes. I imagine that's in the pipeline here.
Maybe. We'll see.
All right.
I'm busy with the kids.
Yeah.
We might make some time.
Let's see your feedback, comments, suggestions, see if you want the ladies back in the hot seat. All right, well, I think that's going to wrap it up. I'm Preston. This is Sarah. Galatiani. We're the Beer Chasers. We'll see you later.
Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. And stop. Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. Let's go drink some beer.